look at his face. It's just ripped to shreds, you know.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. When we tell you that the globalists are actually literally falling apart and that the regime is collapsing, we kind of mean that metaphorically, but also literally collapsing. You can see the collapse happening all around you, and you can also see the collapse happening in our decrepit, crypt keeper level oligarchs that run this country here. Joe Biden was seen on the White House South Lawn today with massive bruises on his face. What is this about exactly? Why does Joe Biden have big bruises all over his face and mouth? Ladies and gentlemen, this seems odd. Here's the full video. The old band's playing. And old Joe's sitting here with a giant bruise on his cheek. They've tried to cover it up with makeup, you can see there. But you can still see the bruise quite visible on his face. Of course, splotching and broken blood vessels all over his face as well. This is what happens when you've lived a life of evil. Your body begins to break down. Who's beating up these globalists? Like, what are they not? They're not doing their jobs. Mitch McConnell, look at this. Look at this guy. This is a black hand. Has giant bruises on his face and mouth. Mitch McConnell's weird purple hands may have an explanation. What's wrong with Mitch McConnell's hands? Nothing more than thinning skin. Oh, okay, that easily bruises. Really? Really? You think this is just an easy bruise? Look at this. Look at this hand. Look at McConnell's creepy hand there. Look at that. You think that's just thinning skin? Someone's beating these people up. Someone's sending a message. Look at that. Look at the open sores, the open pustules. Dianne Feinstein, instead of spending her last hours with her family and grandchildren when terminally ill, signed over her power of attorney to her daughter a year earlier, went into Congress and had to have staffers tell her how to vote. We are led by a literally decaying, open pustule group of leaders who have no shame and are rotting before our very eyes. What did Joe Biden have strapped to his face this morning? Look at this. These are not Photoshops. These are images of Joe Biden's face directly from the wire services. Look at this. You can see the strap. You can see it right there. Look at that. Those of you who are in the know would know that this is the strap of a CPAP machine. Look at there. A CPAP machine. Because Joe Biden is clinically tired. Karine Jean-Pierre refuses to say if Biden is tired that he's using a sleep apnea machine. Dodges question on why he's using a sleep apnea machine after multiple falls. He started to use a CPAP machine that uses this, and using the shorter stairs on Air Force One. CPAP machine, if you're not familiar, is a continuous positive airway pressure apparatus. The machine uses mild air pressure to keep breathing airways open while you sleep. So this is what it looks like when it's strapped on your face. You can see there, and the sort of the lines kind of line up to where Joe Biden's lines are on his face. But Joe Biden using that machine, and it's now been confirmed by the White House.
We were listening to President Biden as he was on the South Lawn talking to reporters. You may have noticed, some people did, President Biden had visible marks on his face this morning on the South Lawn before that speech in Chicago. He was talking to reporters. We now know those were from a CPAP machine. White House Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates telling Fox, quote, since 2008, the president has disclosed his history with sleep apnea in thorough medical reports. He used a CPAP machine last night, which is common for people with that history. So again, those marks are the straps from the CPAP machine to help him sleep. And since the White House put that out, we thought we'd tell.
You sure that's not a ball gag? You sure? You sure that's not a ball gag? Right around the mouth? Also, how long does he sleep? Like, how late does Joe Biden sleep? The marks haven't even left his face? I mean, this is the one thing that they do have right about Mitch McConnell is that you do end up getting broken down skin. That doesn't mean open pustules and sores. Mitch McConnell, of course, has many other problems. But Mitch McConnell having these, like, look at him. Look at his hands are black. What's wrong with McConnell's hands? His hands are black. His face has open... Look at this. You have open sores on his face. Open bruising on his mouth and his chin. And I think around there, around his eyes. Ugh. Oh, yuck. Who's beating these guys up? Who's ball gagging them? Klaus Schwab. George Soros. It's definitely what's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, not the only time that we've been concerned about the marks on Joe Biden's face. Look at this creepy image. Look at that. This is not the way that skin is supposed to work. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck. Look at all that. Look at that creepy. This is somebody filming their TV. We actually have the original here, so you can watch it yourself, you know, because stuff can be distorted. That is not the way that skin is supposed to move.
What do you want to ask me? What's the key to success? What's the key to success? There was a guy named Jesse Helms from South Carolina, from North Carolina, South Carolina.
You can see for yourself. His skin has
he was
like
a very
wrinkly
conservative
beard.
guy who was very not very crazy about African Americans.
Yeah.
We always had fights.
Man. That was the most painful thing. He was like in Ireland talking with these poor little Irish kids, and they're having to hear Uncle Joe's unlimited story time as his lizard skin peels off. Shedding season. The reason for that, as explained by a plastic surgeon, is that Joe Biden's had so many facelifts, they have to actually pull the skin back, and they have to put it somewhere. So there's excess skin on his neck where you normally wouldn't have excess skin. Surgeon actually explained that quite nicely. To me, nobody has ever explained to me why Joe Biden, for instance, looks like two different people in these two clips that were filmed on the same day, at the same location, Joe Biden wearing the same suit, the same place in the White House, Joe Biden sounding and looking completely different.
Fight inflation. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-cop. Bringing down gas prices
That always makes me laugh.
is a big part of the job. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-America. And here's the good news. Gas prices have dropped every day this summer. That's more than 40 days in a row.
Yeah.
Donald Trump lacked the courage to act.
Yeah, look at these two guys. Which Biden is it? Number 6 today. Look at this. Look at these again. This is filmed on the same day. Got it? Look at the eyes. Look at the non-dilation. Look at the open. I'm sorry, the non-dilation over here. The squinty little eyes and the giant open, unblinking eyes. The difference in the voice. Do what this guy hopped up on. Whatever it is, it creates incontinence. Joe Biden crapped his pants in the middle of a interview and had to just straight up leave during a live hit. When he's on set, Joe Biden just walks through the studio during a live hit.
They voted for me or not.
Well, and the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Nicole, I
much.
appreciate
It's great to have
it.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis.
How do you people defend this guy? How do you defend this guy? Joe Biden walked off and walked away from a Medal of Honor recipient. It's hard to describe like how painful it is to watch this guy, this man, as he's just been given the highest honor in America, as Joe Biden, for some reason, skips out and just runs away. Even the press are like, what the F? Look at this lady right here. Like, what's this guy doing? And then the poor Medal of Honor recipient is left up here to, like, cry by himself. Because Joe Biden has to go shove a CPAP machine up his ass. Joe Biden walking the wrong way into the White House. You can see the Secret Service telling him to go this way. Joe Biden decides to just wander through the bushes. Literally doing the Homer Simpson meme. Straight into the bushes. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I don't trust this guy. Not as far as I can throw him. I don't trust this guy. Creepy individual. Real big time creep. And I don't know, is that a CPAP machine? Or is it a ball gag? I wish he was ball gagged. I really do. Although, where do we get the content for this show? Why does Joe Biden have giant bruises on his face? Maybe it's from the CPAP machine. Maybe it's from something else. We don't know. Sure, it'd be nice to have someone ask him the question. Joe Biden never takes questions from the press. So here we go. It's your boy Benny. Just wondering aloud, what's going on? What the hell is going on? See ya.